How you doing? I'm DJ Dynamics, and I'm here to introduce the spin unit from Vestax. Check this thing out here. This is a MIDI controller that you use with your Mac. This is a MacBook Pro. It has to have the Intel processor in it. Any of the older MacBook, the G4s, will not work with the spin unit. It has to have the Intel processor in it. So I'm going to show you how to set this up and get you ready to DJ. Okay, so let's get started on this setup. Basic setup on this. You've got your headphone jack and your headphone volume. That's what this knob is here. This side here is your microphone, which is they're both 1/4-inch jacks, which are very common to find. These are your volumes for your microphone, for your headphone. You spin the unit around in the back. You've got very simplified. You've got your master outputs left and right. You've got the touch sensor levels, which are for the main platters for touch sensitivity. You've got your power adapter. If you don't have an adapter, that's okay. Your MacBook will power through the USB cable. You just have to make sure that your settings in the back are switched to USB. And once that's set in, I'll show you how to do that. We'll be able to power up and get moving on this. Okay, so let's get this thing plugged in. We've got our master outputs here. We're going to go red and white, pretty basic. You should know that. Pretty much AV 101. Your USB cable right here, which is going to be your power source as well as the SIN to your MacBook. I'm going to flip this around like this. We're going to drop this down. Remember, be delicate with these. These are electronics. We're going to take your MacBook. We're going to open it up. Power it up. And go ahead and plug your USB port into any one available on the computer. Okay, so now that your computer is all powered up, you should have full lights on your spin unit. The spin unit should come up purple. I guess it's kind of a purplish blue, whatever that is. Let's just call it blue. If it's red, if it looks like this, see how these turn red? Then your sensitivity in the back is just too tight. You just have to adjust those. You can make sure that they're blue when you start playing, and then you can adjust them as you go. But just make sure your unit is powered up. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to, once you've installed the program, which is really cut and dry on a Mac, you're just going to literally download it, or you can install it from disk and just drag it over. When it comes up, it's going to look like this. It's going to ask you about your spin audio device. Now, a lot of people, sometimes they'll come in, they'll click that do not ask. That means it's not going to come up. So if you want to change this, you're going to have to go into the preferences, which I'll show you here momentarily. But what we're doing here is we want our master outputs to go out. So we want to make sure that that's highlighted. Pre-queuing, we want highlighted microphone. That basically just means that you want your headphones and your microphone on while you're playing. If you're inside your house and you're just playing, kind of, you know, messing around, making a mixtape or doing something, and you're not using well, the master outputs for a mixtape you would have to have on, you would just turn the main output off. You could just use your headphones. If you turn that main output off in this setting, it will actually use the speakers in the computer. So you know, if you want to make a mixtape, you're going to have that main cue in and use your master outputs on this. So we're going to go ahead and turn that on. We're going to hit OK. Make sure you know, if you change up a lot, don't hit the do not ask again. You're going to hit OK. It's going to reconfigure the audio engines. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to go in and I'm going to show you guys how to change that preference if you need to. You're going to hit DJ. You're going to come up to preferences. The devices are going to come out. So right now, this is basically what we just saw, but now you're in the preference mode. So you got your main output, your pre-queuing, and your microphone. Basically, your headphones, your mic, and your main outputs. If you want to change them, click it. You can do the built-in output, which now switches back to the computer. If you don't, obviously we want the spin to be it. You hit apply, and it will change whatever changes you've got. So I hope that helps you out. Okay, now that your device is all set up, we're going to go ahead and we're going to load up the unit. Now you see you got two turntables, you got your mixer. Now all of this stuff is going to correspond with whatever you do here. You know, you bring your faders up and down, your left and rights are all going to work. As far as like your gains, you can see your gains, and it actually shows you your decibel changing as it goes down from unity. There is no notch at unity, so when you're at 0, you just got to watch your computer here and make sure that. Now the EQ does have the notch at 0. It has the unity notch, so you're good to go on that. That's, you know, obviously for EQ in each song out as you go. Now let's go ahead and load up. Now we can use this here. This is going to go through. You're in crate mode right now. Click over here. We can go down. Let's grab a winner. Load that up. All you do is you push to the left if you want it on the left, you push to the right if you want it on the right. Once you've highlighted a song, you can just go through and change the records up real quick. Now, one of the cool things, that I don't have any of them loaded up, but when you do load some of these, if you have the album artwork, it will actually come up on the vinyl. So it's kind of, you know, a picture disc, if you would.